Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Flying Pig on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little stream for you lads and lasses. We are back here today to discuss the latest Manchester United news, including the medicals of Mazraoui and Ligt and their transfers to Manchester United. Get in there, my son. Come on. It's Mazraoui and Ligt Monday, everybody. Oh, yes. Grab ourselves a little bit of afternoon Ligt. That's right, guys. Oh, yeah. How are you all doing today? Thank you very much for joining us. Having a few technical difficulties with the chat and all this subscriber malarkey all looking shite. Forgive me, I'll get that sorted out. Hope you're all good today. Do us a favour at the start of this stream then. Smash that like button on it. Give us a big thumbs up. Share us around on social media if you can. You can repost us. We're at the top of the live chat there on x.com. Give us a repost. That'll help us out. And also subscribe to the channel if you're new and have your say and get yourself involved throughout. Just going to say big up everybody in the live chat who's here. Shout out everyone. Guru, Must Play, Dave, United Trustable Source. Yes, lad. How you doing? Nathan Rhodes, Duke of Rodtown. What's going on? Mr. Agile, Danny, Tommy, Marky Harris. Get in there, my son. Connor Walsh. Woody, Jay, Ruben. Jay, you son, mate. How the devil are you doing, you long-time legend? Great to see you. Yeah, fair enough, though, Jay. I feel you on that one, lad. You know, I am too, usually, but let's face it. They're in Manchester. They've done the main parts of their medicals. These guys are signing, mate. Come on. Unless anything crazy happens, like, I don't know, Ligt breaks his toe or something. Who knows? You can never rule it out, can you? But in regards to this transfer, guys, it's all basically done, isn't it? This is a done deal situation with Mazraoui and also Ligt. Finalizations of paperwork's obviously going to be done today as well. Conducted the medicals. Main part of the medical is done, as per many reports. So I think this is obviously the day of reckoning in regards to signing Mazraoui and Ligt. And these are great signings for Manchester United for the money, because they're not ridiculous amounts to pay for these guys at all. Ligt is a classy player, and Mazraoui, for 20 million euros all told, is a good addition to the squad in terms of what he can bring to the side in terms of his creation and his quality passing, etc. from that position. Gungshi, what's going on, you legend? Yes, Gungers. Duncan Belifo as well. A couple of absolute OGs getting in here. What's going on, everybody? So let's cover the news then, folks. So medical's done here. Look, so this is for Fabrizio Romano a little while ago this afternoon. It says Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Matthijs de Ligt and Noussair Mazraoui completed main part of medical tests. All proceeding as expected so far. And then a little bit after, a bit of an update here that just says that Matthijs de Ligt and Noussair Mazraoui have completed the main part of the Manchester United medicals. They will do media duties this afternoon. So expecting any sort of official announcement any moment soon, really. Obviously, they've come to United. They've had to undergo their medicals, make sure everything's pucker. And now it is. Then we can celebrate. And obviously hope that these guys have a real positive impact at United. It's a shame we didn't get them in a bit earlier on in the summer, because the Premier League's literally starting on Friday. Will these guys be featuring in the lineup? What do you guys reckon, guys? Yes or no? Do you think that De Ligt and Mazraoui will be playing for United on Friday night? Have your say. Get your thoughts in the live chat. Yes or no? I reckon they will be thrust in there, particularly, you know, considering that Wan-Bissaka's gone, and also the fact that, you know, we've got Slabo Maguire at the back and Johnny Evans and these guys who are a little bit past their sell-by date. Big time. Stinking up like last month's sausages, these guys. So, obviously got to try and get rid of them, but they're not going anywhere. But either way, yeah, because we've got those geriatrics in there, we can obviously hope to bring in the likes of De Ligt, the likes of Mazraoui, should everything be wrapped up nice and early. Yep, yes, should be. Straight in, says Dave Watkins. I believe so too. You know, who's keeping De Ligt out the starting lineup, even if he's not 100%? Hamza Patel, welcome in, lad. Yes, Woody says yes, surely. Yes, hope so. Yes. Hello, Sanjay Ramatar. What's going on, mate? Great to see you also, bud. Hopefully, yes, says the Don. Duncan says yes. Yorkshire Cowboy thinks, nah, not going to happen, mate. Get in there, my son. Fair play to you. Well, I mean, look, obviously, it's early doors. We don't need to see them immediately. If they're not up to speed, they're not up to speed. Look at what Man United did, obviously, in the Community Shield. We didn't go with Joshua Zirkzee starting in the game, didn't even feature, due to the fact that he's not really up to speed. So are we going to have these players in there with a good enough sort of match conditioning or fitness levels? We shall see. But either way, positive strides being made by Ineos and United this summer. We're actually doing business. It's great to see. The medicals conducted right now, guys. Obviously, main part of it's done. The last I've heard, obviously, throughout the show, we'll probably see new updates that it's all completed, done. And then, obviously, the players need to do the finalizations and the signings and conduct some media duties, obviously, photographs, all that sort of guff. And we should get an official announcement sometime later on. So, come on, United! Now we obviously need to turn our attentions to different area of the team, i.e. the midfield, try and get somebody in there. But as of right now, we have made some changes this summer. We have got Zirkzee, Euro, Ligt, and of course now Mazraoui as well coming in there to replace the outgoing Wan-Bissaka. Let's just talk about Wan-Bissaka for a second, because there's also news on Wan-Bissaka. Obviously, he is going to West Ham. That's done also, basically. Fabrizio 6 hours ago said West Ham have all documents in place for Wan-Bissaka to join the club, as medical will be completed today. Green light from Man United to for £15 million fee, and medical authorised, zero doubts. And then, obviously, as I say there, look, Fabrizio a little while ago just said Wan-Bissaka, Matthijs, Ligt, and Noussair, Mazraoui completing main part medical test. So they're all at it at the same time. It's basically done there. West Ham, all documents in place. Wan-Bissaka, lad, come on, guys, the spider lads. Let's get some spider emojis in there. Big mistake letting the spider go. He's a defensive phenom. A little bit suspect positionally, but nothing that a good coach couldn't sort out, I don't think. I reckon he's an absolute defensive one-on-one tackling phenom. And I will be gutted to see the guy go. But there you go. He's going. It is done, basically. Anyway, almost. And very, very heartbreaking to see this guy in his prime go. But Ten Hag doesn't want to play with him. Doesn't like the way that he goes about it, I guess. Going forward, he's not up to the scratch. So he's trying to improve the team in terms of technically. And that is obviously why he's got Mazraoui in instead. He's like, Wan-Bissaka go, got Mazraoui in. Couple of suspect decisions over the last couple of years in terms of transfers and goings in and goings out. Honestly, just give you my opinion on it, guys. I wouldn't have got rid of Wan-Bissaka. I wouldn't have got rid of David De Gea. No, I would have kept both of those guys and spent the money elsewhere in the squad. That's what I would have done, but I'm not a professional coach. And Erik Ten Hag is, and he's getting paid a shitload of money to make these decisions. He feels like Wan-Bissaka's not the guy. Plus, also, Wan-Bissaka reportedly wanted to go. Wanted to go. He wants to go. Yeah. What wants to go and play for shit in West Ham instead of Man United? No, the reality is that obviously he's just not featuring as much. But if the coach wanted him to play and could have convinced him to obviously stay. So obviously we've basically financed the Mazraoui deal anyway there, guys. Yeah, nice one. Okay, so Wan-Bissaka, his career at United, though, in my opinion, it's good, but it's not great, is it? He's never going to go down as one of the greats, in all fairness. He's not Antony of Valencia. He's not, he's not up there. But he's had a good, solid few years service, no doubt about it. So fair play to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. In fact, let's all give us a rating out of 10. How would you rate Aaron Wan-Bissaka's career at Man United out of 10? Over the last, 4 years? We've had this guy 4 or 5 years. How would you rate it out of 10? I'll give it a 6. I'd be nice and give it a 6, to be fair. He's had a good time. He's been solid. He's always been pretty consistent, to be fair to the lad. And respect to Wan-Bissaka's input over the years. But yeah, now is the time for him to depart. 6. Yeah, 8 out of 10. 7, 7, 7, 6. 5.5, 7. 6, 6. 8.5. Yeah, fair play to you. 7, says the Don. It's how it is, guys. He's had a good time, but he's not exactly a game changer, is he? That's the problem here with Aaron Wan-Bissaka, is for everything that he's good at, he's also bad at things. For the defensive guile he's got, he's a bit shite going forward compared to some of these attacking wing-backs that you see these days, and that's where Mazraoui comes in. Nice one. By the way, if you're just getting in the stream, everybody, hit the thumbs up button. Let's see if we can get to 169 likes on the stream today. Also, get yourself involved with your thoughts and opinions throughout. It is an interactive show. We do get in and out the chat, so have your say throughout. We'll try and read as many comments out as possible. And then we will have a Q&A after we've covered the sort of the news and the breaking news and stuff towards the end of the show, where we will dissect everything that you guys want to dissect. Right, let's crack on. So, yeah. Still a bit of work for United to do this summer, obviously. It's not done yet, but overall, I'd say that the transfer window for United so far is looking good. Ineos have done reasonably well. They've got rid of a couple of charters, a couple of injury-prone melts in Martial and Varane, and obviously signed a good bunch of new players, which are the right age as well. We're not going after, the Falcaos or the Cavani's of this world anymore, or the Ronaldos of this world. Even though they're unbelievable players, they're obviously later in their careers. We're looking to build now, it seems, for now and the future, which is why we're getting players like Ligt to being the sort of the oldest player that was signed and being 24, 25. That's the sort of age that is the limit, it seems, at United right now, which is obviously good for the future. Euro 18, Xerxes 23, isn't he? And so these are good potential signings for the future, not just for now. So we have to think about that. I have to remember that, guys, with how this last few years has gone, I'm not expecting miracles, not really expecting us to challenge for anything this season. Just want to see us qualify for the Champions League, ideally, and also do a lot better than last season. The style should change, hopefully, with these guys coming in, because they are part of that whole, Ajax friend, academy and philosophy and everything that they've come from. Ten Hag's that guy, Onana's that guy, Martinez is that guy. There's Ajax friends all over the place at Man United now, so hopefully they'll be able to get some sort of a new style on the go. That's what we're supposedly working towards anyway, is this new type of football system, and this is why we're signing players like Ligt and Mazraoui, these guys who can play within that type of football system. So yeah, it's over to you, Eric Ten Hag. Can you get us to play that way? And you've signed the players to do so you've got to, really. So there you go. But yeah, should hopefully see a different emphasis in how we're doing things this season. It needs to be a lot better than last season. That was a pitiful shambles. And if we do stylistically improve this season and hopefully improve our league position and goal difference and all that stuff, then it will have been a successful season, in my opinion. We just want incremental improvements at United. Ineos aren't miracle workers. They can't expect them to come in and win the league overnight. It would be nice, and I guess it's possible, but it's not really expected. We just need to be realistic with our expectations this season and hope for, I honestly think that the best we can hope for is 4th place. I think that's probably where we're at, but I'll put that question over to the live chat for a bit of afternoon fun here. Wait, what? let's ask the live chat. Where do you think United finished this season? You're seeing who we're signing, you've seen who's gone out, and Ten Hag's still here, the coaches we've brought in, the situation as it is. Where do you see Manchester United finishing this season? I still am being a little bit pessimistic and saying 5th place. I don't think we will make our way into the top 4 this season, but I really hope that we do. Obviously, that has to be our target, is to try and get 4th as a very minimum, because United should be a Champions League club. Well, yeah, that's true, K-Slater. I know fans don't want incremental progress, some, but I mean, a lot of us do. I do. I just want to see us improving upon what we're doing year on year. That's what you can hope for, really. As long as you're getting better, as long as you're going in the right direction all of the time, then that's what's important. Because there's no point being some sort of like a yo-yo club or having one great season here, one great season there. You want to see consistency, and that's what we're trying to work towards anyway, is consistency and incremental improvements. I would hope so. I know what you're saying. There's a lot of impatience within the fan base about, United trying to win everything overnight. Well, a few years ago, it might have been the case because, Man United were on the back of success. But now it's like we've had quite a long period of absolute guff, and we still managed to pick up a few trophies and win things. But I think all of our expectations has to have dropped over the years just due to the fact that we've been shite. Yeah. Thank you, Kim. Says like, Spike. Yes, smash a like on the video. Thank you, Kim. Villa and Newcastle would be good. Yeah, that's it. So, look, let's see what you guys were saying. Sorry, my bad. We skipped past that a little bit there. 3rd, says Kieran. 1 mil bills going for 2nd place. Connor says 4th. Top 3. 6 would be fine. 3rd. 5th. Yep, 3rd. 6th to 5th. Hoping for 4th place, realistically 5th place. Fair enough, guys. Well, some of us more optimistic than others, but such is life. I don't know, I hope for the very best. It's going to go one of a couple of ways this season. It's either going to continue in the same sort of vein as last season, with Ten Hag not being able to get the team playing the right way and us not being able to score goals or create much, but also finishing may be an issue, even though we sign new players. We've got injuries also that could come into it. Defensively, are we going to concede lots of chances? We'll see. It could be the same sort of story as last season. Or, what I'm hoping for, what I think it's going to be, is an improvement, something a bit different, a little bit more emphasis on attack, a little bit less chances conceded at the back there due to new signings coming in, hopefully. And you sort of saw that in the City game. It's only one game, Community Shield, they had the B team out, but, we didn't concede as many chances in that game, and we did create some good chances in that game. We just couldn't finish them at all. So, quietly optimistic about the chances of Ten Hag's United this season with signings that we've made, and if we continue to do something in the transfer window as well, that could really turn to optimism, because if we were to get, a Ugarte type player, or who knows, De Jong or something crazy, there's still something to be done. I still think there's something to be done after Ligt and Mazraoui this summer transfer window. There's going to be a little twist and a turn and a surprise, and we're going to end up signing another cheeky little player, I think, and also hope that we can get one or two of these absolute lingering farts out of the football club as well. The stench of Slabby Maguire is horrendous. And also, obviously, players like Lindo can do one, really, if we're being honest. McTominay, is he going to go to the likes of Fulham? Will he stay? Will he go? Does he want to go? Will we replace Amrabat? Is another one as well. Are we going to go and make that move for Amrabat as a squad player, as a backup squad player, rotation player, utility player, whatever? Still lots that can be done this summer for United to improve the squad, I suppose. So, yeah. In terms of position that I think we need to strengthen the most, it is that midfield now. Yeah, exactly. And left-back's a good shout as well, Josh Lee, because, we do have injury-suspect players there. Amas looks good, but he's a young kid. You can't expect him to come in and be the next Patrice Evra overnight. It's a men's game end of the day, but he does look good. But, yeah, absolutely, we definitely could do with getting Ugarte and a new left-back. As far as the Ugarte situation goes, it's kind of at an impasse where United and PSG obviously don't really want to. They're not really in the same ballpark at the minute. PSG asking for such a lot of money. United not really prepared to pay that. It's known that our attentions have been sort of turned elsewhere, obviously, to look at other players that could be available in that position, and therefore maybe putting a little bit of pressure on the likes of PSG just to consider taking a little bit less money, because obviously they did do that Jean Neves deal and get a lot of money spent there, and they've got a player that didn't pay that much last season who's going to be taking up wages and space in the team. So I'm sure they want to do something there. So I still think that deal is on personally, even though the reports may say otherwise. But it does seem to me like there's still a little bit of a good chance that will happen. Well, there you go, Agrippa Chinhara, you see. Player power and all that. He's gone down the pecking order even further over there in Paris. So, what's the deal for Ugarte? Is he going to stick around and just be very much a bit part player? Or will he want to go? I'm sure he's pushing for a move as well, and he wants to go personally and wants to play for United, and be a first teamer for United. Great opportunity to be part of a very interesting young team that does have a lot of potential. So, yeah. Oh, Simon Cowie, thank you very much indeed for the super chat, lad. He comments, if we can get De Ligt by 5 p.m. on Wednesday, he will tighten up our defence against Fulham. We will finish 5th. Yeah, well, hopefully it can all be announced, tonight, officially processed and everything by tomorrow latest. Hopefully would be the nicest situation, wouldn't it? Get in there, Simon Cowie. Yes, mate. Hopefully he can slot right in there against Fulham on Friday night, as you say. And we see a much more solid, experienced backline overnight. Would be nice, mate. Obviously he's not up to speed, but I don't think he really needs to be compared to who else we can put out there. They're not up to speed either. Slabbo, don't tell me Slabbo's up to speed. If Slabby Maguire was in that Speed movie with Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves, the bomb wouldn't be activated when the bus went over 50 miles an hour. No, it would be activated when it went over 5 miles an hour, and then go off when it went under 3 miles an hour. Because the slab is damn slow, my son. Anyway, thank you, Simon Cowie, for that one. Appreciate you. John, the iconic. Don't expect it for a good start, Pig. I'm worried it may be the same again. No, do you know what, though? Fair enough, John. But I actually do expect a good start, because United should expect a good start against Fulham. We should be able to batter them up, lad. We've got talented players in the side. We've obviously got players like Bruno Fernandes. Unbelievable player. He can pull the strings. He can cut a team open, no doubt. Xerxes may be thrust into that game as well. We could see what he's all about. He might have a golden debut. Who knows? I'm feeling optimistic, mate, against Fulham. If we were playing one of the big boys, right now with the pre-season we've had, I wouldn't be feeling overly confident. But considering we're playing Fulham, mate, we're going to batter them, lad. And also we've got new signings. We've got some hungry players who hopefully will be in there to prove some things and to convince the manager they made the right decision. And there'll be players fighting for their places. United are going to batter Fulham up, mate. Let's get a score prediction for Friday night in the live chat, guys. I'm going 3-0 to Manchester United. That's what I'm feeling right now. I don't even know the team right now. Obviously, we'll have to do a preview closer to the time. But I'm saying we're going to smash up Fulham 3-0, lads. Tommy Boyle, what's going on, Tommy? Yes, we're in talks with Ferdi Kadioglu and Hermoso for the left-back position. Hermoso can play centre-back too. Hopefully we'll get him because he said he wants to come. Yeah, well, there you go, Tommy. We certainly do need to address that left-back spot. One or the other or somebody else. Left-back spot would be lovely. Luke Shaw, you know, in the words of Ed Basemaster, you know. And also... Malacia as well, you know. So let's have a look at your score predictions here. 4-1 Josh Lee. Yeah, 4-0, 3-0. Go on, lads. 1-1 says Dave Watkins, 3-0. I am feeling confident about it, Mike Hill. We should be confident as United playing against Fulham. We're the FA Cup winners! JU Son 4-1. PJ's going 2-2, 2-1 Fulham. A fair play to Dilvani. 1-0 first game Rust. Fair enough. A win's a win end of the day. As long as we get the win, that's all I care about. But I would like to see a stonking performance by us. Mr. Wump Fruit says 2-1, 3-1, 3-1, 4-0, 2-1, 3-0, 2-1. 1-1. Fulham's never a joke against United. Yeah, fairs. Most of us feeling like we're going to batter them, though. Okay, yeah, that's a fair point there, Chris Dad. Yeah, you're not wrong. So there wasn't a stampede for any of the players we've really signed, apart from maybe Yoro, obviously. There was interest from was it Barcelona? I think they were very close actually getting him in, but we just were prepared to pay a shitload more money. But the other players that we signed, Ligt, it's not like there's been anybody else interested in him, is it? To be fair, even though he's sort of good value on paper, there's not been anybody interested in Mazraoui either, it seems. And Xerxes, another one. So yeah, that's interesting. And also they weren't featuring in the Netherlands side in the Euros. So there's some questions to be asked there. But look, what I'll say about them, they weren't necessarily, certainly Ligt on the back of a great season, not on the back of a great season, Ligt. But the experience is there. The age is still young for both of those guys. They're going to develop and they can be coached into really great players. That they're at the right age and they've got great talent. So, you know, even though they like you say, there's not other teams that are really queuing up to get them, I still think that they're good signings personally. They may not be great signings, but they're very good signings, I think, those guys. Yeah, 2-0 Friday night. Get in there, my son. Yeah, absolutely, Tommy. That'd be lovely. Just a nice win. Be good to see. We are without certain key players already due to injuries and stuff, players like Højlund. So we'll see if Xerxes ready to step up and play and if he's fit and available. If not, you might see some sort of guff situation, like, I don't know, Rashford playing up top with Garnacho out wider on the left instead. Garnacho should be playing ahead of Rashford anyway, but in terms of Rashford playing up top or maybe Sancho. So yeah, we've got to have Xerxes in there, don't we? We've got to have Xerxes. Dyer benched him, I know. That's a real concern, PJ, if Dyer's benching you over at Munchen, lad. You know, that is shite, actually, if Eric Dyer's benching you, lad. Big concerns. Same can be said for Deligament and Mazraoui, my knee. Fair enough. Yeah, okay. Well, you know, that is a concern also about injuries, and we've had the problems last season. We can't have a repeat of that. We've obviously got rid of a couple of injury-prone players, but arguably brought a couple of injury-prone players in as well, so that is a concern. Jay says, we all said Mason Mount was a good signing, and look how that turned out. You what? Jay, you who the fuck said Mason Mount was a good signing? Mason Mount was a shoddy, shite, second-rate guff, third-rate, £60 million waste of money for a squad player guff bag. Nobody said that Mason Mount was a good signing, mate. And if you did, well, you've had a mare then. Because I never said that. I don't remember anybody... I thought the Mount signing personally at the time was an absolute shambles. I said as such because I just never really been convinced by that guy that much. And the amount of money involved is preposterous for the player that he is. I would have struggled to convince myself that he's worth it for 30 mil, let alone 60 mil at the time. So, yeah, absolutely shocking signing. And to give him the number 7 and to pay that amount of money for him and to languish ourselves with him for the next 4 or 5 years on a big contract. We've had a mare. Dante, yes, this is true. We are turning into Ajax 2.0. We need our players to be horny. Dante, big up yourself, lad. Yeah, well, it's true. If you actually look at all the players we've got in our team that have come through the Ajax system at some point, or come from like the Dutch league as well. All Dutch friends, there's a lot, isn't there? So you've now got Onana, who's played for Ajax and in the Dutch league. You've now got Martinez, Mazraoui, Antony dos Santos, Ligt. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody else as well. Well, Donny's just gone, so not him. But yeah, we are kind of Ajax 2.0. But are we Ajax, you know, 0.5 in a way. Will we be as good as that? I don't know. I mean, obviously we're better than Ajax, but in just terms of like that, we're trying to replicate that season, it seems, from like whenever it was, bloody 2017 or whenever the hell it was now, a long time ago now, when Ajax were actually good, when whenever it was, when they got to the semi-finals of the Champions League and they had like De Ligt in the team and De Jong, was it De Jong? Yeah, and also Van der Beek and all those guys, so we'll see. More like Ajax 0.75. Right, let me just have a look at the latest updates, guys, very quickly. See if there's anything worth discussing here in regards to what we've just said. Obviously, we've given you an update in regards to the medical, the situation there. But let's have a little look, see if there's any more in terms of completions of paperwork or anything like that. Nope, doesn't look like it right now. Nothing new to discuss. So if you're just getting in the stream, the situation today is obviously these guys have... look. They've arrived. This is a picture of half of a Mercedes Vito. Is it? No. What van is that? I don't know. It's not a Sprinter. It's too small for a Sprinter. What's that? What's the mid-sized Mercedes van called? I don't know. Look, guys, if you need more proof, this is a picture of a Mercedes van at United. And inside said van, one or two of these guys. You know what I mean? Mazraoui and Ligt. This is all going off, guys. The medicals are obviously done now as well, by all accounts, from what I've seen anyway. Lots of different reports suggesting that they've completed the main part of the medical, I should say. Maybe not everything, but the main part of the medical. And Fab, just before I went live, reported and said that Wan-Bissaka, Ligt and Noussair Mazraoui completing the main part of the medical tests, all proceeding as far as expected. So that's it, really. There's the players have arrived. They've conducted the medicals. They're going to obviously conduct media obligations, photograph gaff, paperwork signings, all these sorts of things. And there should be some sort of an announcement officially later on. Come on, my son, get in there. Couple of new boys coming in. You'll love to see it. So yeah, big news that, guys. That's big news. And obviously the other big news, Wan-Bissaka, also same situation for him over at West Ham, almost happening at a parallel of each other, these transfers. So Wan-Bissaka over to West Ham, Mazraoui to United, along with De Ligt. Medicals getting done. That's great journalism. Windows tinted, yeah. I like Watkins as a striker, Andreas, but we've just signed Xerxes, and obviously he's going to be a horrendous amount of money, but I do like him, yeah. I think he's very good. Didn't Ericsson say he wanted to leave? Did he? I mean, I personally think he's a suitable player to have around as a squad player, but if he wants to go and get first team opportunities, yeah, he does need to leave, because he's not going to get first team opportunities regularly at United. Not personally, I don't think. Right, okay then, guys. Right, okay, by the way, we got 150 legends in here tuning in. Everyone take a second to hit the thumbs up button and give us a boost up on the algorithm to help us compete with clickbaiters and corporation mugs. Smash the like button, it's free. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel as well. We're on our way to 83,000 subscribers. We just need about another 30 subscribers. So if you are new to the channel today, get yourself subscribed. That way you can get in the chat as well and have your say. We're going to get into the Q&A in a moment, but before I do, I'm going to go over to the Twitter there. There is a link here at the top of the live chat there. Click the link at the top of the live chat, click that link to x.com and repost the show on Twitter and help share it around. And I'm just going to go over there and shout everyone out who's done that in a moment as a little wee thank you. Stefan Harringtonio, how you doing? Thank you, J.U. Son, for thumbs up in every single video I make. You're a bloody legend then, aren't you? Thank you, lad. Right, big up everyone who's reposted us. Let's see, and then we're going to get into the Q&A. So thank you very much there to John Boy Cat. Let's be having you, sir. Kieran, thank you so much for the repost, lad. Sanjay, Ramatar, let's be having you. Views from the bits as well. And Don Gungshilione. Let's go. Thank you so much to you legends for reposting the show. I do appreciate that. Absolute heroes. Once again, you can follow us on the likes of Twitter, Insta, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, at Flying Pig United, on all those platforms. Yeah, come on, lad. Keep grinding. 83K's coming, lad. It's coming. It's coming. Right, let's get stuck into the Q&A for a bit. Then have your say, whatever you want to discuss for the next 10 minutes or so, guys. We're going to get in there raw. I will be back on later. I've already set the evening show up just to cover all the sort of official stuff or the latest breaking news of the evening and give you the latest transfer news then. So that's already set up for about half 9:45, sometime around there. It's already set up, but we're going to do it around about then. And then after that, we've got some cheeky late night FIFA action over on the gaming channel, Flying Pig Gaming. Be sure to subscribe there too. Okay, I'm going to get into the chat now, guys. Have your say. Let's be having you. Thank you, Different. That's very kind of you. Thank you, Jim Watkins. You're a hero, lad. Thank you, Benjamin Turner. You're a don. Okay, well, Josh Lee, when's Sancho getting sold? That's the main question. Do you know when he's getting sold, lad? When Ron comes. Later on. Sorry, that was that was tight, wasn't it? No, okay, so yeah, hopefully he gets sold, mate. Big problems there with Sancho. He's just on too much money and he's shite. There's nobody interested in him because he's on too much money and he's shite. And he's a bit of an egomaniac prima donna issue merchant, isn't he, sometimes? So he's a lot to deal with, guys, a lot to deal with. He's a lot of money. He's not as good as he's paid, and so therefore it becomes a bad value product for somebody to go after. It's a shite transfer for anyone, to be honest, to try and bring in Jadon on a few $100,000 a week. So, yeah, don't really see us being able to get rid of him. I sort of think we've had to, like, absorb him back into the squad just to sort of, you know, like, maybe save a little bit of face, but also kind of like, yeah, just to get something out of him. Because we are paying him big money, and he is here, and he does have that contract. So, like, we've got to try and get something out of him. So if he's not going to go and play somewhere else, if we can't get him off the books via a loan move or a permanent transfer, I guess he's just got to be third choice backup in every position up top and just be a backup utility player for us. And if he throws his toys out the pram about that, then piss off. Or fight your way back into the team. Yeah, exactly. You reckon he shat up that penalty on purpose? Do you reckon? I don't think so. I mean, it was like fingertipped onto the post, wasn't it? I mean, I don't know. It was a shit penalty. He just didn't really look confident going in. He's just that sort of a melter, I think, you know, and maybe with what's going on, that extra added pressure with what's happened over the last year, that moment comes to him and there's a bit of pressure on him to put it in, and he's just shat it. I don't know. I can't assume that he's tried to miss that, lad. Paul says, Pig, during this transfer window, could you put a suit on tie on, please? Maybe a flat cap. And a whippet as well. I can't put a flat cap on, but if you're looking for a little bit of something smarter, mate, do you know what I mean? That's too hot for that, bro, in here. Do you know how hot it is, guys? It's a bloody nice day today in England. 29.9 degrees C it is in this room right now. I'm sweating. Yeah, hey, fair play to you, Tommy. He says, I think we should keep Sancho. We need him for versatility and ability. While the jury is still out on his attitude, I feel we need to give him a chance. We all make mistakes when young. Mate, spoken like a true diplomat there. Do you know what I mean, Tommy? Fair play to you, lad. You know, you can tell you've done some coaching in the past, lad. Fair play to you, Tommy. Because, yeah, giving people second chances and stuff there. Fair enough. Yeah, throwing your toys out of the pram on Instagram, and maybe being a bit lazy and unprofessional in training or whatever, and perhaps not giving it your on a pitch. It does obviously have its merits for punishment and everything, but it's not the worst thing you could ever do, is it? You know, it's not like you've shagged your teammates' missus, is it, John Terry? Do you know what I mean? It's not like you've done that. So, and yet he was just the daddy around there. So, you know, yeah, Jadon Sancho, look, I don't know. To be honest with you, Tommy, I want him gone. If we could get 25, 30 million for him as a bare minimum, get rid of him, I would say see you later on, son, because I still think we've got other options in basically all of those areas which could potentially have a better attitude. You know, people like Pellistri, for instance, you know, they're right down the pecking order. If Jadon Sancho's sticking around, that's him gone then, I suppose, because he's not going to stick around and not play. And there's so many people in those wide areas to play. Either that or Antony dos Santos has got to be sold off and sacked off because he's shite. So, I don't know. But with Sancho, guys, what do you reckon? Keep or sell? What do you want to do with Jadon? For me, it's a sell situation. If we could get 30 mil for him and get him gone and get him off of our books and get those wages off of our books, it would actually be a fantastic piece of business, because I just think he's overpaid and overhyped and underperforms and has a bad attitude. Yeah, I mean, those are not good things that you want in your teammate. It can be a bad influence as well. So I say, see you later on, son. If we could get rid, we should get rid. But we can't get rid because he's shite. That's basically the summary. Yeah, JT. What a shagger, top shagger. Yep, let's go Simon Cowie. Sell, you take Pellistri over Sancho all day? Me too as well. I would as well, from what I've seen from Pellistri and the attitude and everything. I would as well. Sell had his chances. Sell was never good enough. Sell. I mean, different. At one point, he was actually really good, wasn't he? When he was like in the England setup, when he was doing it for Dortmund, and he was in the England setup doing it for Gary Southgate, then he was looking really, really good. But yeah, since he come to United, he's shite. Probably because, I don't know, if it's an attitude thing, it's perhaps down to something like, yeah, in fact, you've just got the biggest payday of your career ever that you're ever going to get. Nobody else is foolish enough to pay you that money. So you're just down tools, or maybe you just slack off, or I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? I mean, obviously, you've got to look at people mentally. Maybe people have things going on off the pitch. Who knows? But even so, you've got to perform for United. There's no passengers here. His attitude's disgraceful. You think 50-50? Yeah, crap season again. Yeah, we'll see. He was all right in pre-season. He sort of looked like he was going for it and trying to prove a point and do some things, but he wasn't all that, was he? Yeah, ego, sell. Badly need a DM like Ugarte now. We've had a nice summer. Yeah, if we could get Ugarte, I think it would be a good solid 8 out of 10 transfer window. Would have been maybe a 10 out of 10 if you could get somebody else in and also get rid of a couple more of the players. Big up yourself there, Mark N. How you doing, Mark, you legend? Sancho and Antony comeback season loading. Really? Interesting. I like your style. Maybe. I'd love to see an Antony dos Santos redemption arc. 100%. If he could come back and do good things this season, then that would be great. Because I like his mentality, Antony dos Santos. He gives it his all. But problem is, he's just very one-dimensional and shite. So, yeah. But if he actually was to not be one-dimensional and shite and actually be effective, then, yeah, I would be very happy for the guy. But this is his last chance season for me again already, and he's only been here 2 minutes. Yeah. In regards to Sancho, he needs to go. No apology to Ten Hag and Man United. No, nothing. Yeah, okay, well, they've had their talks behind the scenes, obviously. They've been sort of pictured together. Matey took him on the pre-season tour. You know. So, I think some bridges have been repaired a little bit there, but I don't think he's high up the pecking order. Do you know what? Other than all of the negative stuff that's happened with Jadon Sancho, i.e. the ego, the Instagram outburst, the being sent out on loan, the fallout with Ten Hag, all of that. Just aside from that, take all of that out of it. Just take all of that out of it. He's actually definitely not deserving of being anywhere near the starting 11, just based on ability and performances that we've seen from him in a United shirt. He's not ahead of Garnacho. He's not ahead of Rashford on the left. And he's certainly not ahead of the likes of Amad Diallo either, if you ask me. Or Antony, just on attitude. Maybe Antony, because Antony's shy. But, you know, he shouldn't be ahead of those guys. He shouldn't be ahead of Pellistri. He should still, even based on performances and what he's done, aside from the attitude stuff, still be third choice anyway. So does he want to do that? Does he want to be a squad player? Does he want to be a rotation player? If he wants to play somewhere regularly, he should try and push for a move to Dortmund and take less money. Antony must go. So many gash players in the United team. We need to start being ruthless. Yeah, fair enough. I wouldn't say no, lad. 100% says different. Nice one, lad. Compost, my brother. True, you agree, says Jim. Another crappy Ollie signing. Well, I don't know. I mean, look, Ollie's signings, as it turned out, during that era, not the best. I mean, Wan-Bissaka came in during that era as well. He was good. He was pretty good. But yeah, Ronaldo turned out to be a bit of a gash up. Varane turned out to be an injury prone. He was good, actually, Varane, but he's injury prone. Yeah, fair enough. Donny van der Beek, I don't think he wanted him, but still. You think the club behind closed doors got both Ten Hag and Sancho to admit to each other they were both responsible? Possibly, Simon. Yeah, it seems that there's been definitely a resolution that's taken place there. Abradam says, I trust Antony more Antony than Rashford. Fair enough, Abradam. I don't know, though, because even if you look at last season, right, so Rashford had a shit season, didn't he, right? Listen, if you think Rashford had a shit season, you want to see Antony's stats, mate. Because I know Rashford's supposed to have maybe a bigger role in the side in terms of a goal scorer or whatever, but even so, right, let me just, I can't remember, but I can almost guarantee you Rashford's stats are better than Antony dos Santos's, because Antony had like 2 goal contributions in 29 games last season for Manchester United in the league. I'm just having a look at Marcus Rashford's stats for last season in the Prem. Let's just look at the Prem. So Premier League, Rashford had a bit of a shit season. He had 33 appearances, 7 goals, 2 assists. So 9 goal contributions in 33 games. That is shite for Rashi. Just to put that into perspective, the season before within the Premier League, the 22-23 season, he scored 17 goals in the Premier League and had 5 assists, so contributed 22 goals. If we go over to Antony dos Santos now and have a look at this gash bag and his stats, then what we shall see is Well, I already know it. 1 goal, 1 assist in 29 appearances in the Prem. So if you think Rashford was shit last season, just go ahead and have a look at Antony's stats. Because he was absolutely awful in terms of his actual effectiveness. He might give it his all and work hard, which maybe last season is something more to be said that you can say for Rashford. But in terms of actual effectiveness, gash. Big up James Riley. Let's go, James. James Riley, thank you for becoming a member of the channel, James Riley. Everybody welcome in James Riley to the channel membership. Get your favourite Bacon Brigade emoji to welcome James Riley back to the membership. Thank you, James Riley, lad. How you doing? Big up, James. Thanks for the support, lad, and becoming a member. Vlad Shea, thoughts on the new third kit? Oh, it's beaut, mate. I know. I'm going to have to get hold of one, Vlad Shea, lad. Going to have to get hold of one, aren't I? They're bloody lovely, mate. I've got to get that third kit, man. What that's the white, yeah, the white one with the flag, the United Colours flag on the chest. It's awesome, mate. It's the nicest kit for years, that one. I've got to get it as well, mate. I know. Got to get it. Stefano Antonio's loving it. When Ronaldinho criticised Brazil, he probably thought of Antony. Thank you, J.U. San. You're very kind. Very kind. Fung Sire, what's going on us while you legend? How you doing? Right, I'm going to read out a few more comments here, guys. Then I'll be wrapping up the stream. But do continue to leave the likes on the stream if you haven't done so. Hit the thumbs up before you go, obviously. Smash the subscribe button. We'll be back on later tonight, about 9:30ish, for the evening show. We'll cover all the latest goings on. So come back and join us tonight for that. Set a reminder. Click the bell icon for notifications. The stream's already set up for this evening, so you can go over there and set a reminder or smash a like on it after this one if you want. Nice one. You what, Rajat? Yeah. Is this guy a left back? Who are we talking about, Alex Core, sorry? Are you talking about Mazraoui here? Or somebody else? I don't know. But in terms of Mazraoui, just on him, if you're talking about Mazraoui, Mazraoui can play left back, but he's not a left back. Yeah, Alex says yes. He's not a left back. People are saying he's left back. He's not actually a left back. He's actually a right back. And but he can actually play in a lot of positions. If you actually look at the stats where he's played throughout his career. Let me have a look now. I'll just remind myself, but I'm pretty sure he's only played like 8 times at left back throughout his whole career. So does that make him a left back? No. He's a right back, but he can play at left back. And we've also got Dalot who can play at left back, I suppose. So, you could see Mazraoui right back and then Dalot left back. But let me just have a look at Mazraoui real quick. So Mazraoui, his positions throughout his entire career, if I just go stats all seasons, I can see that his heat map shows that he's played 10 games at left back, and this is out of combined, I think it's 193 games. No, sorry. He's had 193 games at right back, 44 at centre mid, 13 defensive mid, 10 left back, 9 left wing, 6 right wing, 4 centre back, 3 left mid. So the idea is he's a utility player who can play in a lot of different positions, but he's primarily a right back. But he can play all over the pitch. So I think he's going to be a very useful player to have, but he's not a left back, no. We do need a left back, I agree. Yeah, he can also play CM, absolutely. He also played a lot of games at CM. So yeah. Just need some left-footed players. We have people who play left back. Yeah, that's fair. Get a new left back in. Google says he's a fullback. Well, he's a right back. Yeah, he can play either side, I guess, but he's only played 10. We've just looked. He's played hundreds of games, only played 10 at left back, so he can play there. But he's played a lot more at central midfielder, so is he a central midfielder? I think he's a right back, isn't he? He is a right back who can also play at other positions. That's the reality. Good utility player. Yeah. Absolutely. Yep, we're playing FIFA tonight. Rajat will be back on at 10:45 p.m. on the gaming channel. We're also back on here for the United News, 9:45, as I say. Malacia, he obviously he was out for a year. He had a successful surgery, I believe, and I don't really know when he's expected to really be featuring regularly. Guys, can you see how much I'm sweating over here? It's obscene. I'm going to have to wrap this stream up because it's just getting hotter and hotter in here, folks. Look at that, 30 degrees. Super hot. So, guys, thank you very much for watching the stream, everybody. We'll be back on tonight for the evening news. That's the latest. Medicals, main part of them done. Get in there, you beauty. Players have obviously arrived at United, conducted medicals. Paperwork's finalised, going to be obviously signed and sealed and all that stuff. And then obviously media obligations, all that stuff done for Mazraoui and Ligt. And also, in the same token, the same to be said for Aaron Wan-Bissaka going to West Ham as well. Medicals, main parts done. Just obviously needs to be finalised and sealed and delivered. But there you go. That's the latest, guys. Get in there, my son. United signing a couple of players. It's a nice, delictful Monday. So let's go. Thank you, everyone. You can come back after this stream's finished, get your thoughts and opinions in about anything we've discussed on the stream. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like, subscribe, comment. Follow us on Insta, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick at Flying Pig United. Check out the website, flyingpigunited.com. Follow the gaming channel, Flying Pig Gaming, and the darts channel, Flying Pig Darts. I am indeed Dilfunny. I am, mate. T-Mill, Gungshi, thank you for watching, Gungshi, you legend. Have a great day, lad. Peter, Jim, Benjamin as well. Different, J.U. San, Sancti, Duncan, Natalia, Josh Lee, Gregory Burke, Paul Warburton, Connor Walsh, T-Mill, Chrissy, J.U. Don. Exactly. 3 different league times, 3 different countries, mate. And people say he's shite. What are they on about, lad? He's going to be sick, lad. He's going to make it 4 for 4 this season, lad. Get in there, Jim, Stefan, Yorkshire Cowboy, Simon, and everybody else as well. Big up Simon, Fung Sire, Dave Watkins, all the members of the channel. Thanks for being members. Thank you to all the moderators, legends like Gungshi for moderating the live chat, and everybody else in the chat for getting in here. Enjoy the sunshine, guys, as while it lasts, because before you know it, it'll be shite again in this country. So yeah, see you later. Thanks for watching, and Piggy loves you. And remember, back this evening, and also remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much.